guys, congratulations. I'm so glad you're here. It is not an accident. You are here for such a time as this. And I want to take you back to a time when I really thought my life was over. And I know if you haven't been there, you know someone who has. We're talking about starting at ground zero. I mean, I got to tour the awful devastation in New York and Washington, D.C. when the planes hit the towers and the Pentagon. And we lived in DC at the time. And it really felt like Armageddon. You know, when your life just implodes and you're like, how did we get here? And so I want you to know, first and foremost, I see you, I hear you, and you belong right here at the Warrior Nation. If you know a warrior mom or someone who, if you have neurotypical children and you know someone who might have special needs children, or a mom that's launching a business and she's not sure where to start, please share this with them. And it is so exciting. I know it's the middle of summer. I really appreciate your time, and I know your time is valuable. And I will make sure, hey guys, great to see you. Let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. If you threw a dart right at the US, that's where I am, Oklahoma, and our weather is temperamental. And yeah, today was just hot, humid, and miserable. So we are in the AC. And for those of you who may not know me, I'm Bren Harris, the Warrior Mom. And I founded the Warrior Nation when my son was medically injured at 22 months of age. Just a baby. And in those last 15 plus years, we have walked straight through hell. Now we walk out of there like we own the place and take water back to those still in the fire. Now, what do I mean by that? Those still in the fire. Maybe you know someone. As of this broadcast, boys are diagnosed on the autism spectrum, 1 in 31. So that tells me you know someone, or you have a family friend or relative that knows someone with a special needs child. Diagnosis is not a death sentence. In our house, we do not have a disorder. We have a diagnosis that qualifies my son for a laundry list of services. So thank you so much for being here. And it's so good to see you guys. We have Seattle in the house, North Dakota, South Dakota, Oklahoma. Excellent. Thank you guys. And Georgia. Great to see you guys. I know your time is valuable, and I just want to say thank you for being here. And I am so excited because I know together we really are stronger. And I don't use that as a hallmark line. It really is true, because community will outdo willpower any day of the week. When my son was first diagnosed, I can remember like an old-fashioned cartoon character melting down the stairs. I was in my kitchen, and I ended up in the fetal position with a wail coming out of me that I didn't even, it was primal. And I thought, you know, I waited. I had a career. Then I had a child. And I'm like, what? Why? This is like a bait and switch. Are you kidding me? And is it fair? No. Is it fruitful? Yes. Hear me, warriors. Life isn't always fair, but it is fantastic and fruitful, because when we flip that script and we say, instead of why is this happening to me? And we say, what is this trying to teach me? That's when the magic happens. Hey guys, if you're just joining us, let us know in the comments where you're tuning in from. I am so glad you are here. And yes, I am in a different location tonight because I am solo and my son is almost 18. I cannot believe that. I'm going to cry. And it's so funny because he is just now, because we've asked the right questions and we keep pulling back the layers and digging a little deeper and doing the things for healing so that he can be a functional adult. We're finding magic. And I'm telling you, we've gotten to go back to the time where we're doing puzzles and Legos and fun stuff. And I am loving it. I am enjoying this season so much. Now, last year, this time, I'm like, just make it stop. I don't care. And I am so blessed to have a community that said, hey, why don't you ask about this? Or why don't you try this? And I don't have all the answers. What I do know is when we seek answers and we consult wise counsel, the heavens open up and bless us. Okay, tonight we're talking about your power to choose. Before we do that, I just want to share a little bit of background. And I don't have all the answers, but this is how Warrior Mom started, or the Warrior Nation. And this is almost 18 years ago. My son was born in a tiny island about 1,000 miles south of Tokyo in Japan, Shoten, Japan. And it's so funny because it sounds hilarious now because, he's this tall white dude. So this is baby Zach. When we moved back from the States, we stayed with an older relative while we were house hunting. And you can see how tiny he is. And I have my MacBook and my herbal tea and the English pottery and all that good stuff. And moms were being disrespected online, and something rose up in me. And I could not be silent. I could not say something. Have you ever had something really just hit home and you're like, I cannot be silent? Good. Follow that, because it's your calling. It's your purpose. Now, I am a firm believer that we can celebrate each season, but this season is my favorite. And this is a few months ago. We were traveling out of state for one of his medical appointments, and you can see why baby Zach is so important. He is a giant. You can see he has a big ear defenders, and his official diagnosis is autism spectrum disorder, level 3 nonverbal. Now, we don't buy all of that. If we had listened to the white coats or the experts, hey, hear my heart, warriors. I don't care what someone says about your child. You know your child better than anyone on the planet. All right. And our favorite saying is, who says, what's the workaround? They said he would never do this laundry list of things, and he's doing all of it. And I'm like, how do you like us now? Yeah. And so take it with a grain of salt. Follow your heart and do your own due diligence. That's the nugget. Hey guys, great to see you. Oh, we have Amanda from Norman, Oklahoma. Go Boomer Sooner. Yeah, we have Miranda from Midwest City. Oh, good to see you guys. Oklahoma is representing. It means the world to me that you guys are here. And I'll tell you what, we have had a real challenge. Where did Warrior Mom come from? Well, that's because I've been fighting with insurance companies and the educational system and the medical system for the last 15 plus years. And I have had to switch. I mean, he's had probably dozens of instructors and teachers, and we finally have our dream team. And he is on an alternative path, so he gets to stay a few more years. And I love it because now that we're getting to enjoy this season, I'm like, okay, in my mind, he's a freshman. He's not about to be a senior. He's a freshman because he gets to stay those extra years. And we can just enjoy the journey without the world's pressure. I'm so glad you guys are here. Hey, good to see you. We have Seattle, another Seattle. Good to see you guys. West Coast is representing. And LA, great to see you guys. And what I want you to know is the last 6 months have changed my entire life. In the midst of all the struggle, in the midst of all the hardship, in the midst of all the challenges, in the last 6 to 8 months, I was able to launch 2 books that hit the bestseller list. And this is Our Words Have Power. Even months before we released it, I said, you guys are going to vote on the best-selling author picture. This is the one you chose overwhelmingly. And it was not 100 degrees and 100% humidity when we did that shoot. And then I'm going to show you that one second. And The Mystery, The Major and the Musician, a Warrior Mom mystery. These 2 are madly in love and happily married. I know, crazy in this world, huh? And they have a baby, and they are doing a treasure hunt on the island of Okinawa, about 1,000 miles south of Tokyo. And one of our advanced copy readers said it's like Indiana Jones, a young Indiana Jones, and Lara Croft Tomb Raider got happily married and had a baby and decided to do a treasure hunt. And I love, love, love that my instruction book used parables all the time. We learn best through stories. And I love this. We do a chapter of mystery, then a quick lesson at the end. And tonight we're using some Japanese. I'm going to show you that. I'm so excited about this. And both books, this is the companion, the Warrior Mom Journal. And that's what I will be reading from tonight. Hit the bestseller list. And that's because of you guys. So thank you, warriors. I am so glad that I have a community that supports my goals and dreams. And that's what we're here to lift each other up and to walk in purpose and champion our calling. Again, we're flipping the script tonight. Hear me, warriors. We're flipping the script. What do I mean by that? The next time we hit an obstacle, Think of that one thing, the biggest struggle or obstacle. Maybe you're a solo parent trying to manage summer and you don't have any programs for your children. That's sanity crusher right there. And I know that we can share ideas and we can walk in purpose and champion our calling together stronger than we can apart. Okay, so I am so excited about this. I gotta rein it in here. That one obstacle you might be facing, you can feel it right when I said it. It popped into your mind. I don't want you to minimize it. All right, resist the urge to go, oh, it's not that bad. Oh yeah, it is, from an outsider looking in. Remember, you can hear my son stimming in the background. Happy summer. And this is just real world. We love it. My good friend calls it his angel language. I'm like, I'll take it instead of, nerve wracking. So I just love that we can put a spin on anything. But you remember the really, I think it might be a fable, I don't know, where the frog in the warm water and they keep turning up the heat just a little incrementally, just a little bit, a quarter of a degree, then a half a degree, then a 2/3 of a degree, and then a whole degree. And by the time the frog realizes the warm water is now boiling, it has unalived him. So if a frog jumped in straight boiling water without the incremental temperature, jump right out. That's a little bit how our life is, especially as parents. We don't realize that things are possibly eroding, like behavior and boundaries and all these lovely things, until we look at it from the outside in. And I know this is a little bit deep for summer, so I'm bringing you across the bridge here. What I love is that, when it's 100 degrees and 100% humidity, we can have that nice, cool drink of water, nice, cool. In the South, we call it sweet tea, and we can really refresh. That's a little bit. I'm not trying to do a fire hydrant or a fire hose here. I'm saying, hey, just come and take a fresh drink, okay? And we're flipping that script on its head. Instead of saying, why is this happening to me? We say, what is this trying to teach me? What is this situation trying to teach me? What is this situation trying to teach me? When we are always in learning mode, nothing can stop us. Oh, hear me, warriors. When we are always in learning mode, nothing can stop us because we're gathering data along the way. And I love theory to application. One of my favorite verses from the Old Testament, and this is a Bren spin paraphrase. Write the vision, make it plain so a runner can read it on the run. Full stop. Write the vision, make it plain so a runner can read it on the run. We don't need a dissertation. We don't need a PhD level, let me get to the minutia. We need theory, application. Okay. Hey guys, great to see you. If you're just joining us, let us know in the chat where you're logging in from. And thank you, Miss Amanda. What is this situation trying to teach me? Big value. And I just love that we can lock arms and crush this together. Great to see you guys. I'm really glad you're here. And if you are on the live, put an L. If you're on the replay, put an R. And also, if you're getting value, please put value in the comments. I won't pretend to have all the answers. It is a little bit of an allergy season, and I'm getting a little choked up. I won't pretend to have all the answers. What I do know is we can get 1% better every single day, and we can kick any obstacle in the teeth, especially when we lock arms. And breakthrough is the promise. In our waiting, we worship, and we remain focused on the goal. I've often heard it said, complain and remain, praise and raise. Not my quote, someone else. Hey guys, great to see you. Yes, if you threw a dart right at the U.S., I'm in Oklahoma and it is hot. Okay, so we're going to keep moving. And this is a more recent picture of my son and I. We took just a little outing, and it was, we had a dog where I was more of a hospice mom. It was very, very painful. So we couldn't stray too far from the house. And so we just looked at our own city and said, okay, what can we discover next? What can we discover next? And I love that because we are, oh, hey guys, great to see you, because we are called to such a time as this. And it is really important that we understand we don't have a corner on the market of anything. Now, I'm going to dig just a little bit deeper. We're going to talk about acceptance and resilience. And we learn new words through American Sign Language. And our word for tonight is amazing. And it's very simple. Up and down. Be amazing. Because through acceptance and resilience, we can have an amazing life. And it's all about what we choose. What we choose. And it's so funny to be in this little new setting. So bear with me. And I'm just going to read from the Warrior Mom Journal. I'm going to show you a picture real quick because it's covered under a bunch of stuff right here. Now, you neither need to feel like a warrior nor be a mom to take theory to application. So hang with me. And the word for tonight is a Japanese word called shikata ganai. Acceptance and resilience is basically the definition. And it just says, acceptance and resilience aren't just words, they're lifelines. Here's a quick breakdown. Acceptance means embracing reality with open arms, whether it's welcoming help, believing in our journey, or simply trusting the process. Resilience. This is all about being strong, flexible, and ability to pivot and bounce back no matter what life throws our way. And to me, that's really important. Super simple definitions, but it's almost like someone bumps into your shoulder instead of punches you in the face. We're just going to go, oh, we're going to bob and weave. Remember the fight years ago? Foreman and Ali just rope-a-doped him like crazy. And I mean, by the end, Foreman was toast and knocked out. And I just think it's so important that we're able to do that with life. The word offense means we're taking offense. Just bless and release. Yeah, I know. What reads easy, lives hard. Hey guys, great to see you. Oh, thanks. Miss Amanda says she loves those pictures of Z. And it's really exciting to see him become so healthy and so happy. And I am so blessed because I would not appreciate the miracle in the milestones if they had happened on time. Oh, hear me, warriors. I would not appreciate the miracle in the milestones if they had happened on time. Now they're a treasure. There's a precious piece of gold that's been refined by refiner's fire. Yeah. Oh, great to see you guys. We have Orlando in the house. Oh, Charleston in the house. Great to see you. And what I love is that together we truly are stronger because community outdoes willpower. Have you ever tried to go, okay, I'm going on a diet or I'm working out or I'm doing, what's that funky workout thing? Come on, help me, 50 strong or, the crazy one, boot camp. And it's just nuts because it's unsustainable over the long haul. 75 hard, I think is what it's called. And it's just, yeah. And it's so funny because we want to have the results right now. Well, the situation we're in didn't happen overnight. And when I'm reading from the Warrior Mom Journal, we're talking about acceptance and resilience. So the word for resilience tonight, take your dominant hand and your index finger, your pointer finger, and just touch your chin. Almost like an R. Resilience, resilience, just like that. Yeah, so we're amazing because we're asking, what's this situation trying to teach us instead of why is this happening to me? And we're also we're being resilient. Somebody's, we're walking on a crowded street and somebody bumps our shoulder. We don't really think anything of it. But if someone turns around and punches us in the face or punches us in the throat, we're going, hey, what's the deal? And that's so important because there's a difference. Success does not happen in a vacuum. And I know you are called for such a time as this. And I love that we can say, oh, well, if I'm watching my life as a movie, and instead of taking offense, I want you to hear my voice. You could be right. I'm willing to think about that. I know it's so powerful because it just takes the wind out of their sails. You could be right. I'm willing to think about that. Okay, I'm going to read just one more section. This next 48 hours, I want you each day, at the end of each day, I want you to list 3 quick wins that you've achieved. 3 quick wins. That's it. This is such an interesting study. Recent studies show celebrating small victories is a vital part of building resilience and fostering acceptance, because we are 30% more productive when we work small, achieve a small goal, and reward ourselves right away. Now, there's a method that I swear by. It's called Pomodoro, I think. And the Pomodoro method says work 25 minutes, take a 5-minute break. Reward yourself. We're not talking about a vacation or a brand new Ferrari. We're talking about, oh, I did 25 minutes of work. Now I can have, a bite of chocolate, not a whole bowl, or I can have time in the pool, or I can, scroll this one article I wanted to read, or watch a funny movie for 5 minutes and then get back to work. Because when we work first, then reward, we are 30% more productive. Ask yourself, what can I do today that I will thank myself for in 30 days? And tracking our quick wins, I got tongue-tied, sorry. Tracking our quick wins is a way to do that. The other night, you guys, I wrote this, and I still find myself forgetting to write these down. Write the vision, make it plain so a runner can read it on the run. And I was talking to one of my mastermind writer guys, and I started sharing with her all the small victories we had that day. And I had no clue because I had not taken pen to paper that day and written them down. By the end of that 5-minute phone call, I felt like Rocky. I was so excited. I'm like, wow, we really did accomplish several things today. We have 3 quick wins just in that 5 minutes conversation. Reward yourself. Work first, then reward. That's our motto here. Work first, then reward. And we are so blessed with the people in our life. I'm telling you, we have a dream team. Yes, list 3 quick wins every single day. And it doesn't need to be involved, guys. I mean, you can say, I wanted to, smack this person because they took my parking place or cut me off in traffic. That's a win because you refrained. Or my son learned a new word without me going to the internet and looking up the American Sign Language version of it. And I love it because practice, repetition. I was in a mastermind right before I got on here to do this podcast, and we did breakout rooms. Props to everyone involved. It was amazing. And when we went in the breakout rooms, I didn't even have to think about how to introduce myself, because this is episode 177. I mean, I've been doing this podcast for 2 years, and this is really important because I'm going, wow, it's an overflow. When we are working first, then reward, work first, then reward, it becomes a lifestyle instead of something we need to psych ourselves up or prep. And I love the saying, and I don't know who came up with this. Stay ready. You don't need to get ready. Stay ready, and we don't need to get ready. Hear me, warriors. Stay ready, and we won't need to get ready. Why? Because when we're already prepped and we've already done the due diligence and all the small, quick wins in the background and not the spotlight, this becomes the overflow. And the overflow is the blessing. Because I'm not sitting here thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to say? This is an overflow of our actual real life. And I tend to be less obvious. Oh, I love that. Amanda shares Francis Chan's quote, how we spend our days is how we spend our lives. And that is so, so true. Wise words. Very wise words. Okay, so our signs for tonight, I'm going to wrap this up. Amazing. We're just going to, amazing. And resilient. Resilient is the bump on the shoulder, and you just keep rolling with the crowd and keep walking. And we accept that that's going to happen in life, because if you are not experiencing resistance, you're probably not walking in purpose and championing your calling. Really important. If we are not experiencing any resistance in our life, we're probably not walking in purpose or championing our calling. because resistance is the multiplier. Think about it. When we're swimming, the resistance of the water. When we're running against, these strong Oklahoma winds, these 30-mile-an-hour south winds that are terrible, that resistance creates strength. And it's not fun. It's not fun. It's rewarding. And that's fall in love with the process, because we can think of things in life as problems or projects. Both words start with P-R-O, pro. And we can become a pro at rehearsing our problems out loud, or we can become a pro, conquering projects. And that's where together we really are stronger. Be resilient. Go with the flow, bless and release. Remember, I'm enough, you're enough. Together we're more than enough. Warriors, unite.